there friends, Nibs again. All goofing around in the garage this morning for it's going to be a pretty hot day outside, so probably not going to be going out to the range and doing any shooting out there. You never know, it might cool down later and I might make it out there, but things have happened. But I thought up this head-to-head challenge, kind of an interesting one. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but I wanted to see. I have a budget, very budget friendly Springer rifle here with a scope on it, which gives it an advantage. But this is a Crosman model 3100. These were made back in the early 80s, best I can tell. And this one was made in Spain, and I do believe it is an gamo product originally, and just rebranded as a Crosman. But a very budget friendly as far as being able to find them available still today. And I thought I would put it up against what I consider a much more premium Springer rifle. This is a feinwerkbau model 124, and this is one that I purchased a while ago and rebuilt myself. Got a new piston head in there. It really seems to be broken in really nice and shooting very nicely. Lots of power. This thing's got a lot more power than the Crosman does, but that doesn't matter as far as target shooting goes. So we'll go ahead and I'll start with I'm just going to be using just shooting some Meisterkuggens here, 7-grain Meisterkuggens, and we are shooting 20 feet across the garage, but offhand, and those are only 1.5-inch bullseyes down there. So like I do with the pistols when we're shooting in this format, I will go ahead and shoot the groups, and then I will actually add up the scores, and we will see which one of these rifles will prevail. So I think they both have some distinct advantages and some disadvantages. This one definitely, I don't know if I'd call it a disadvantage because I can shoot peep sights very well, but the sighting system on this is lacking compared to the one on the Daisy, so that's an advantage for the Daisy, or not Daisy, Crosman, sorry. But the trigger on this feinwerkbau is such a phenomenal trigger, especially compared to the Crosman. So that's going to be a huge advantage for the feinwerkbau. So, but we'll go ahead and we will do a couple of groups here, or just a group from each. I did do a couple of test pellets from each one just to make sure they were pretty well zeroed into the center of the each of these bullseyes before I started. So should be a pretty fair competition. I think that went the same hole as the last one. Shooting a little low and left. This is a fantastic gun. Boy, if we're going for groups, you'd definitely be racing towards the winner's circle here. Ooh, that was a little low. Alrighty, one last shot with the feinwerkbau. Alright, well that's a good looking group anyway. Alright, now we will move on to the Crosman. It is actually a pretty decent little gun. Wish there was a little more I could do as far as getting the trigger. The trigger on this thing is heavy, heavy, heavy. I really haven't looked into seeing if there's any adjustment with it, so maybe I'll have to take a look at that. So this one, unlike a lot of the other European guns that I have, this one does not have an automatic setting safety. It's not a horrible trigger, but moving from that feinwerkbau, which is, I think I measured that feinwerkbau in the past and it was like one pound and some change, if I remember right. This one's nowhere near that. Ooh, that was a good shot. It is definitely a little bit of an advantage for this one with the scope. I got to give it that, but so hard to get a reasonable trigger pull with this guy. If I could ever get the trigger on this one even close to what that feinwerkbau was, I think this thing would be a real contender in my stable here. Can't tell where that one went. It looks like it was up in the upper right with that first one. Boy, it's looking like it might be close. Got two really good shots in scoring position for this Crosman, so. Alright, I can't tell where that one went, so it's definitely in the bullseye though. But I'll go ahead and I'll pause this camera, I'll add those scores up, and I'll be back with you in a minute. But it looks like the Crosman might have had taken this one. Alrighty friends, so that was a really close one. At least the first round was both guns scored a really nice 32, and I went ahead and off camera I shot a tiebreaker round. I did switch up the pellet with both of them, and I used the Beeman wad cutters, a little bit heavier one this time, and the Crosman still turned in a pretty respectable 31, but the feinwerkbau came through with a very nice 38 out of a possible 50 score. So there's the there's the group for the feinwerkbau with the Beemans, and let me see here. So that thing tightened right up. That really likes that one. Here's the group for the feinwerkbau with the Meisterkuggens. So this is a flyer out here. I threw that one out, but I did 5 more. So this is the off-camera group with the Beemans for the Crosman. And then let's see here. This is the group that I shot on camera for the Crosman. Very nice. The fifth one actually ended up going into this same hole of this outer shot here. So, but really nice. I want to try it. I'm going to work on that Crosman trigger. I'm going to take it apart when I'm done with this video and go ahead and see what I can do as far as lightening that guy up. It's I'm guessing it's probably around 6 or 7 pounds, so it's a pretty tough trigger to try to get an accurate you know, squeeze on it and hold on target at the same time. So, but it did pretty good, pretty respectable against the very nice feinwerkbau. So anyway, I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You'll be notified when I do post up new videos. Until next time, have a great day.